Welcome everyone to Getting Started with ChatGPT. This video is for anyone that has not taken the first steps to get in and start using ChatGPT. We're going to start at the very beginning, which is navigating to the ChatGPT website. You're going to go to chat.openai.com. So just open up whatever web browser you use and navigate to chat.openai.com. OpenAI is the creators, the company that created ChatGPT. When you get here, you'll see a view similar to this, and you're going to click sign up. Follow the instructions, and that will create a ChatGPT account. Once you have signed in with that account, you're going to see a view similar to this. Now, a couple things. You may see a view over here on the left that looks like this. This is your chat history. If you see this little bar, you're probably not going to have any chats there if you just created your account. I've been using ChatGPT for forever, so I have tons of chats over here in my chat history. That will become important later as you start to use it more and more. If you don't see the little sidebar chats, then you need to click this little open sidebar button, and that will uncollapse that sidebar. I'm going to close it for now just so we have a nice clean view. Number two thing, up here at the top, you'll notice it says GPT 3.5. That's what it's going to send you into. If you just created an account, you definitely don't have ChatGPT Plus, which is how you get GPT-4. That's the paid version. So you're only going to have this if you haven't paid for a ChatGPT or your organization that you work for hasn't paid for ChatGPT for you, you're only going to have the option to use GPT 3.5. And this GPT-4 is going to be grayed out. You're not going to be able to click on it. Okay. Next step is to start talking to ChatGPT. So you'll notice down here, you have this send a message box. This is where we're going to click and we're going to start a conversation. The number one thing to remember about ChatGPT and using it is talk to it like it's a human. The goal of artificial intelligence is to mimic human intelligence, right? So just talk to it like you would talk to a teaching assistant. And imagine ChatGPT like your teaching assistant. It's a teaching assistant that has tons of knowledge, but it has no context of applying that knowledge to your specific classroom or learning environment. So you have to give it all of those specifics. I recommend starting by having ChatGPT help you generate lesson ideas or project ideas. Think about that if there's a concept or a learning outcome or a standard that every year you don't look forward to teaching. Maybe you find it boring to teach. Maybe your students find it boring to learn. Think about that one thing that you just maybe don't enjoy teaching, and let's see if ChatGPT can help us generate some fresh ideas to make it a little more enjoyable. So you'll click down and send a message, and this is where you'll start to type whatever prompt you want it to do. In this case, I have copied my prompt so that you don't have to sit here and watch me type it out. And so I said, I am a sixth grade science teacher. Every year, it is hard to teach matter and its interactions to sixth graders. Can you help me generate ideas for teaching this standard? And then I have a colon because I am actually going to navigate over to the next generation science standards, and I've pulled out this standard right here of matter and its interactions. I'm just going to highlight that standard, right click, and copy. I've now copied that text. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT, and I'm going to paste that text. So right click, paste that text into the conversation box. All right. So I've actually given it the exact standard that I want it to generate teaching ideas for. This is a very basic prompt. So I haven't told it how many ideas I want. I'm just going to see what happens. I click this little green arrow to send message. So you can see my message pops up here. Sometimes it takes just a few seconds, and there you go. It'll start generating, and voila. It's giving me about 10 ideas. So I didn't specify. I didn't say I wanted 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 5. So it gave me 10 ideas that I can look through and see if I like. So at this point, you could stop if you find an idea you like, or maybe you find a couple ideas that you like that you want to run with. This is great, but if you want to take it to the next level, you could find, let's see if I find an idea here that I like. Let's see. I want to find one that I want to build off of. Case studies, debates, hands-on projects. Oh, this one sounds fun. Hands-on projects. Assign projects where students create something useful from recycled or upcycled materials. I'm going to copy this. Now, again, I could just take and run with this, but I want to have ChatGPT turn this into a full lesson plan for me. So I'm going to say, I like this idea, and I'm just going to paste that idea that I just copied right there. And I'm going to say, please turn this into a full lesson plan. I have 55-minute periods. I'm not going to say limit me to, only 2 periods or 1 period. I'm just going to see what it does. So hit enter or hit that little green triangle. And voila, here comes a new prompt back to me, or I shouldn't say prompt, response back to me. So here we go. This is lesson title, Recycled Upcycled Creations, Promoting Resource Conservation. It's for sixth graders. This is just one 55-minute period. I have objectives, I have materials, I have procedures. Now, at this point, I would read through this lesson and I could kind of polish the lesson if I wanted. Maybe there's something I don't like, or maybe something that won't work in my classroom. Maybe I don't have certain materials that it's asking for. And I could write in here and say, okay, I like this lesson, but edit it in this way for me. And you could do that as many times as you want. Just go back and forth, giving it feedback and having it edit its response based upon that feedback. So that's a next step that you could take. However, I want to show you one more really awesome way that you could use ChatGPT. So typically when you're teaching a concept, you need to have some content written for that topic, right? To learn that content. So we're going to have ChatGPT generate content to teach the standard that we gave us to sixth graders. So I'm going to say, please generate content to teach this standard to sixth graders. And again, I could give it more specifics. I could tell it only one paragraph or a maximum of 3 paragraphs or a page, however long I wanted, etc. But for now, we'll just see what happens there. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. It gave me another lesson plan. So this is a great learning time. I actually love that it did this because I can show you how I can fix it. So it didn't understand what I said about generate content. So I'm going to go back up to that prompt right here. All right. And if I hover over that prompt, you get this button right here that looks like a little pencil. It's an edit icon. I'm going to click on that. And look, I can now edit my prompt to whatever I want. So, and you can do that anytime. Any prompt that you put in here, you can edit and change. So I'm going to say, please generate writing that explains this standard to sixth graders. And let's see if it does this. Hit save and submit. Now, the cool thing about this is it still saves the original response that it gave me. Right here, you'll notice it says 2 out of 2. So I can hit this arrow button and look, it takes me to the original response. And then if I hit the arrow button here, it takes me back to the new response. And let's see if it got it this time. Pin it down. Okay, yeah, it did. It got it. So, interestingly enough, it gave it to me in more of an outline fashion, which I actually really like. There's a lot of benefit to having information in a bulleted kind of outline approach in terms of brain research rather than just a paragraph. So, look, it's explained it. Now, again, I could polish this. This is quite long. So, I'm going to tell it, this is too long. Can you cut in half? Like my sixth graders are going to get lost in all of that. So let's see. Oh, much better. Now look. So it did. It cut it in half. We still get to the main gist, but it's cut in half. Now, this is where it gets really cool. So now I can say, all right, maybe my students are interested in something particular. I can tell it to edit the content to relate to my students' interests. So let's say my sixth grade students are interested in Minecraft, and let's have it take this description of the standard the content and relate it to Minecraft. So my students are interested in Minecraft. Please take this content description and relate it to Minecraft. Let's see. Okay, so immediately it says, oh my God, imagine the standard as a quest in Minecraft. It's all about exploring how synthetic materials and their impact relate to your favorite blocky world. In Minecraft, think of synthetic materials as the items you craft from the raw resources you gather, like turning wooden logs into planks or sand into glass blocks. So it's immediately taken this standard, it's developed content specific to sixth graders, and then now it's gone even a step further and made that content related to their interests. Now, let's say not every student in your class is interested in Minecraft. Let's say you have some girls in your class that are really into makeup and beauty products. It doesn't have to be girls. Kids in your class that are interested in makeup and beauty products. So let's say I'm also going to tell it that it did a great job. So I'm going to say that is great. That is what I am looking for. I could have just said that is what I'm looking for, but we'll give it extra feedback. That's what I'm looking for. Now do the same thing, but relate it to makeup and beauty products. All right. So now instead of hey there Minecraft enthusiast, we have hey there beauty enthusiast. Imagine the standard as a fascinating journey into the world of makeup and beauty products. All right. Then it relates it to the ingredients and components used to create makeup and beauty products, your favorite cosmetics. Isn't that amazing? So, hopefully, that shows you just a titch of the power of ChatGPT and gives you the skills you need to create an account and get in and just start asking it questions. Always remember, never put in personal identifying information about students, or confidential information, sensitive information, proprietary information. Other than that, you should be pretty set. Now, the next time that you come into ChatGPT, you're going to see a chat over here in your chat box. All right. Here's where you can decide if you are continuing the same conversation. You might want to go back to that chat and keep working in the same chat. If you're starting something new, you might want to click on this new chat button, and it should default you to a new chat when you open ChatGPT each time. So at this point, it'll look like this. You can decide if you want to click here and go back to your first chat or another chat that you've started, or hit new chat and start fresh. The way to, I'll do a video just talking about when do you start a new chat and when do you don't. But the moral of the story is, the short story is, if you're doing the same content or the same type, if you want the same type of responses, then go to an old chat that you've already started. You've already kind of trained ChatGPT to give it the responses that you want. If it's something brand new, completely different. So, for example, if I were to want to generate a lesson plan for a different standard, I would probably, in this case, create a new chat and give it that new standard with information that I want. Maybe. It depends a little bit, but that's the moral of the story. All right. Good luck. Hope you have a great time learning how to use ChatGPT to save time and help personalize student learning.